Guys, in this video, I want to go over what's working for me nutrition-wise right now. And this is, you can actually access this inside my free school community. I'll drop the link below. Before I talk nutrition here, I'll show you. You get access to warm-up protocol, best beer league workouts or workouts I designed for you. I have some other things coming here in terms of nutrition, but you get this 100% free. You can jump in here, use the link, doesn't cost you a thing. So what's working for me right now in terms of nutrition and what I'm trying to do, let me just find it right here, my current nutrition game plan. And what I'm doing with myself and always with my clients, I'm trying to simplify the nutrition game. Obviously, we calculate macros, we're tracking, we use AI tracking when it comes to nutrition, we do reports, all those things. If someone wants to lose weight, we're calculating their deficit. We're calculating how much protein they need, their macros, their total calories, and then we're tracking it along. But they're also getting a custom meal plan. But then we want to shrink it down even more and simplify it so that we're not trying to be, crazy organized all the time and have everything dialed in. There's going to be days where it's like, okay, this is a crazy day. I need to have my go-tos. So what I'm doing is adding in factor meals, and I'll talk about how I'm doing and what meals I'm doing, but I'm adding those in, and then I'm simplifying the rest of the meals around that. So I know, okay, I got my staple meals here, and then I have my factor meal to kind of save me. And the reason I'm doing factor meals, my family, different styles of eating, I got kids, my wife's vegetarian. I want to make sure, and I do a lot of the cooking, everyone has their meals, and I'm taking care of it as well with my meals. When I calculate the cost of throwing out food and doing different things and cooking things that people aren't eating and cooking things that I'm eating, but then not eating sometimes, putting it in the fridge and throwing it out, the factor meals were a no-brainer. So I want to share a quick nutrition update from my own routine because it's been working really well for me lately. Over the last few weeks, I've simplified my meals a lot. So instead of constantly trying to mix things up, which people, they get in their own head, they think, oh, I need, 50 different types of meals a week. You don't. You need like 10. You start with 10 and then maybe you can mix it up from there. I decided to remove as much as the guesswork as possible. Breakfast is usually pretty easy for me. I really just switch between two things. I'll add in a shake too. If it's a high activity day, if I'm playing a sport, I'm working out, I'll add in a shake as an option. But I'm going to go eggs, probably with some egg whites as well. So I'm trying to get close to 30 grams of protein plus, and I'm going to have that in different variations. I'm going to add veggies to it. I'm going to do it poached. I'm going to do, soft-boiled eggs, all these different ways, and that's how I create the variety. But that structure stays the same. Oatmeal, a scoop of protein, and fixins. So oatmeals, I want to mix in a little bit of oatmeal for me. I'm trying to eat more fiber, and then I'm adding fruit to that. And I'm adding a scoop of protein. That's the missing link. People have oatmeal, they're missing the protein side of things. So it's easy. Get a protein that you like. I use good protein. I like the vanilla flavor. I add a scoop. The key is to add the scoop first into the bowl, then add the protein on top. If you do it after and you start mixing, the powder goes all over the place. So that's a secret hack there. Add the protein, add the oatmeal on top, mix it. It's easier to mix. You can add some milk. I like cashew milk, and then you can add, fruits on top of that. I love berries or raspberries. Raspberries super high in fiber as well. Lunch is simple. I'm either prepping chicken or something else, and it's prepped. It's in the fridge ready to go. That's just coming out. So I'm just pulling that component out, and then I'm doing frozen veggies. My wife gets some really good frozen veggies from Costco, the big bag. I like to throw them in the microwave 5 minutes. Good to go. Season them. Boom, done. I got my anytime meal. And I mentioned anytime meal. Anytime meal is the most of the meals you're going to eat, not after workout, not after hockey or sports or pickleball. It's just an anytime meal. We got a protein source. We have some fibers, carbohydrates. We're eating the rainbow. We got our veggies or a salad and a little bit of healthy fat. You can do that with olive oil. Keep it really simple. Factor meals. The factor meals are higher protein. They've been great so far. The biggest change here is that most of my day is now completely predictable. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make it predictable. I don't have to think about what I'm eating or whether it fits my goals. The key there is consistency, number one. And then number two is I'm setting myself up for the future. I'm not in the moment scrambling. And you know what happens? You get hungry, you skip a meal, you skip lunch, you eat crap later in the day. I'm trying to avoid that. So breakfast and lunch are basically automatic. What I've noticed since doing this, way easier to stay consistent, no decision fatigue during busy days. That's key. protein intake stays high without even trying. So I know calories are king, depending on what your goals are, losing weight, gaining weight. Protein comes into play when it comes to body composition. I want to continuously maintain my lean mass and build lean mass. I'm working out, so I need to give my body adequate amounts of protein. My variety actually comes from dinner with the factor meals, but also with how I switch up the eggs for breakfast. But when it comes to factor meals, we don't eat a lot of fish, so I try to buy a lot of fish. I try to pick those meals that have shrimp or salmon. It's simple, but it's working. Sometimes the best strategy isn't about adding more options, it's reducing the number of decisions you have to make during the day. So again, we're not trying to fill up the container, our head, with all these things we could do. We want to simplify and say, okay, here's my game plan. I hope that helps. You know, it's helped a lot of my members. I want to share it here as well. And again, you can join this free community. I post in here, we do check-ins, it's completely free. I add workouts that you can do, stretching and mobility templates, and I'm working on adding more things as well. Completely free, you can use the link below. Thanks for watching.